Praying for wisdom, gotta have it. See the world for what it is, it's not extravagant. You know what hit the fan, now it's fanning it. If land is all corrupt, remove ourselves like a Kaepernick. It's sacrilege, so I popped the tent and dwell in it. For 7 days, had to learn the ways, y'all commanded it forever. I'm wide awake, heathen still sleep on the message. I gotta keep the Bible wide open on the dresser. The Most High say to be strong under pressure, and he never give you more than you can handle like a lever. Enemies, gotta be the enemy. Anytime we going up, he trying to take our energy. Enemies, gotta be the enemy.
Shalom, I hope you all are doing well. I'm blessed and I'm back again with a quick video. Today I'm going to be speaking to some of these videos about end times, just bringing a little light and spiritual understanding to what we're seeing unfold before our eyes. May Yah bless you and open your eyes to discern the times we're living in. Let's get into it.
But one thing I know for sure is that everything has been pointing to October 6th.
The new rapture dates are upon us. Remember, Pastor Joshua's September rapture prediction didn't happen, but he said those dates were off because Jesus was using the Julian calendar, not the one we use today, which means the real rapture date, according to him, is October 7th and 8th. And this time, Pastor Joshua said he is 1,000,000,000% sure.
I'm 1,000,000,000% sure.
And many people still believe it will happen. Take Tillahoon, for example. He sold his car expecting the September rapture. When nothing happened, he apologized. But then he said he stands by Brother Joshua.
If you come for Brother Joshua, you have to come for me too. If you come for Brother Joshua, you got to come for me too.
And just 2 days ago, on October 5th, he posted again, fully expecting the rapture to happen yesterday.
I've been re-examining every single word, confirmation, sign that God has given me over the last couple of months. And every single one of them has been pointing to October 6th.
That was yesterday, but I'm sure many of them will be waiting until the very last second of the 8th. But then, what if nothing happens again? What about these people who've given up their possessions or pinned all their hopes on these dates? I'm genuinely concerned about some of these people. As for Pastor Joshua, what excuse will he give this?
It's 3:20 in the morning. We got the full moon out. It's October 6th. Let me ask you, where is the rapture? Where's Jesus? Listen, I gave my life to Christ. I love Jesus. I follow Jesus. I'm in the Word. All right? I'm a sinner. I'm nowhere near perfect. I'm nowhere near as educated as I need to be, which is why I continue to read the Word, and I continue to reflect, and I continue to pray. But I'm not going to sit here and allow myself to be misguided, to be deceived by people like you who are claiming that he's coming October 6th, October 7th, and October 8th. Might as well just put the 9th there too. Where is he? They're not attacking you. We're not coming at you for any other reason but the fact that you are wrong.
Correct. That's an absolute lie. Hence, the reason no one has been raptured up. And we are going through tribulations currently. The first thing that Yahushua said in Matthew 24 to take heed to is that no man deceive you. That was his first warning. And people are being deceived left and right by the church. I do want to say this before we move forward. I already have a video titled The Rapture Deception by Brother Yerushalayim. I'll put the link in the description box for anyone who wants more in-depth understanding of this topic. My hope is that those who truly desire knowledge and discernment will take the time to watch it, because this teaching has led many people to wait on something that will never come. So those of you who don't understand the rapture deception and you want more information and you're hungry to go deeper into truth, make sure you go check out this video.
This is what's happening in China.
We're in China, and this is how advanced cashless payment is in this country.
Right, I've never seen this before, actually. Sabi plays in Tron.
Right, so now I'm going to pay for it. I've left my phone and my card at home. I've actually got nothing. Okay.
谢谢。
look at that. How crazy.
Mate, this country is blowing my mind. It's paid with my palm.
No phone, no card, or nothing needed.
Register your palm. I done it earlier today.
With WeChat.
With your WeChat. Set your card up, and no matter where your phone is, anywhere in the world, you can pay with your palm print.
It's to do with the vessels or something?
Now, could it be coming to the USA?
Okay, so I want to bring some clarity on this because there's a lot of confusion surrounding the mark of the beast and what it is. The mark of the beast has everything to do with the sign between Yahuwah and his people. A sign is a mark. The world has reduced it down to a RFID chip or a barcode. And yes, those things fall under the beast system, but they are not the actual mark. When you read the scriptures carefully, you'll see that the Shabbat, the seventh day of rest, is the true sign between the Most High and his chosen, or his people. That's what sets his people apart. Babylon is just a place. It's a system. And this is why in Revelations 18:4, the Most High says, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins." The mark isn't just something you can hold or scan. It's a lifestyle, a mindset, and a system that goes against Yahuwah's laws. The more we obey the beast system instead of Yah's commandments, the more we bear the mark. So remember, the true distinction, the true seal, is obedience to Yah's commandments and keeping his Sabbath. That's the sign of his covenant with his people.
I don't want to start any chaos, but I know what's about to happen next. I've been preparing for it for the past 6 years. You know, people see me come and go, but they don't know where I come and where I go. What I do know is, when I read the Bible, it does not lie to me. It says in the last days, leave the cities, go back out to the rural lands and the country. Learn how to make your own food, because if you're attached to this system, they're gonna own you. What's this country gonna do when money doesn't work anymore? Because money is almost over. Then that means there has to be another system of barter and trade. Chips are coming, microchips are coming.
What do you think is, like, when you say that's coming, what do you feel?
I feel like this country is going to find out it was never a country at all. It was always a plan for another plan.
So this topic really needs to be discussed because things are getting pretty serious out here. And we don't know when the power might go out or when the systems that we depend on every day could just stop. And even now we're hearing government officials like Trump and others warning that the grid is weak, outdated, and not built to withstand what's coming. And I'm not saying this to cause fear, but to help us be prepared. Because part of walking in wisdom is understanding the times and knowing how to respond. So start learning now how to sustain yourself and your family. You might want to have a generator or find alternative ways to power and preserve the things you need. Learn about things that are good for the environment, natural, renewable, and sustainable resources. The Most High always prepares his people before a major shift, and the wise will take heed.
All right, someone explain this to me. You see these two rainbows here, all right? Which are coming from the reflection of this corner and this corner of the glass. Just like this one is here as well, coming from that corner, as well as this one coming from that corner. So when we see a rainbow outside in the sky, shaped like this, where is that coming from? The only explanation would be if we were to have some form of rounded glass structure above us. If you've never heard of the firmament, look up the firmament and research and educate yourself. I'm not saying the earth is flat, but it's not a globe.
My God. I can explain it for you. See, when God created the earth, he said that he put a firmament over us. And when the Most High created the firmament, he said he made it as strong as a molten looking glass. So when you see those double rainbows in the sky, that's coming from water, light, and a mirror. Meaning when it rains and you see those big old double rainbows in the sky, that's the water and the light reflecting off of the firmament, creating a double rainbow. And most of the time when you see those big rainbows, you'll notice that the colors are reversed, just as if it was reflecting off of a glass or a mirror.
Hey, y'all be telling me it be jokes about this firmament and shit, right? Can you explain this shit behind me today, y'all? Yeah, I got an iPad. I had to hit the wide lens to get this whole motherfucker in the shot. You see the double rainbow? You see this one, it's light. You see the second one over my head? Look at that. Look at that. This is unfucking believable.
Also, when God said that he created the firmament over us, he said that he divided the waters from the waters which were under the firmament and above the firmament, which is telling us that we are literally in a snow globe. Y'all know them snow globes they be selling with the hard bottoms and then it just got the glass over it with the fake snow in it? That's literally us. And we're sitting in water. That's water above us. Just like if you dig too deep in the ground, you can find water underneath us. That's the water below us. Kind of just like SpongeBob. We are in Sandy's house that's in water. So the earth is Sandy's house and it's water surrounding us. That's literally how we're living. We're not in no globe. They are brainwashing y'all with lies and CGI animated pictures. NASA is a whole movie production team. That's all they is. Lying about going to space. Space is the ocean. They started off in the ocean and they ain't never left. Now they just shooting fake videos in there. That's all they doing. All those rockets that they launching up in the air, if you pay close attention, it starts to curve and guess where it's landing? In the ocean somewhere. So when y'all see those rainbows in the sky, the rainbow that goes from one end of the firmament all the way to the other end of the firmament, as God's promise to never flood the earth again. So it's making a rainbow from one end of the earth all the way to the next end, covering the whole earth to show that he would never flood the earth again. And that was Yah our Elohim's promise to us. So when y'all see these rainbows in the sky, remember Romans 3 and 4. Let God be the truth, and every man a liar.
Yo, is it just me or does the time jump from 2019 to 2025 feels entirely unnatural? It just feels like I've lived 3 different lives since then. 2019 was legit the last normal year, my people. Like, since 2020, after the quarantine, the COVID pandemic, it feels like we've all been traveling through like different dimensions, timelines, and even the vibrations, the energies, the frequencies are even different now. It's just so strange. Like, and the world has got to be going through some type of reset right now, and can't nobody tell me different. Seriously.
Prophecy in Genesis 15:13 wasn't about black Americans? Then who was it about? Genesis 15:13 says this: "Know of a surety that thy seed shall be strangers in a land not theirs, shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Strangers in a land not theirs, reclassified, renamed, and denied their own land, even though many were indigenous to America, shall serve them 250 plus years of slavery, then sharecropping, then wage exploitation. The labor never stopped. Afflicted 400 years, 1619 to 2019, from the first documented slave ship to the modern prison pipeline. Exactly 400 years. Then come out with great substance? The awakening, reparations movements, land reclamation, indigenous identity being restored. In 1619, the ship White Lion docked at Point Comfort, Virginia. That marked the start of institutionalized slavery in British America. The 400 Years of African American History Commission Act, passed by Congress in 2018, acknowledged the 1619 to 2019 timeline. Historical census records show indigenous tribes were reclassified as Negro and colored. Revelation 11:8 calls the future oppressor spiritually Sodom and Egypt, not literal Egypt. That's code. That's America. This prophecy never fit ancient Egypt. Israelites weren't in bondage 400 years. They lived freely for the first half. But black Americans, enslaved, lynched, segregated, redlined, incarcerated, for 4 centuries straight. This ain't just history. This is prophecy fulfilled. The seed of Abraham didn't die in the wilderness. It got buried in America and is rising up again.
As you can see, we've been lied to about almost everything. The systems of this world were never built to give us truth. They were built to keep us comfortable in confusion. That's why it's so important that we start doing our own research, praying for discernment, and letting the Spirit of Yah lead us to what's real. Don't just take what's handed to you. Test it, read it, ask questions, because the truth is still out there, but it's up to us to search it out.
Revo was playing Jesus at the Hollywood when viewers noticed something strange. Look at her hands. Do they look human to you? And before you say it's just a camera trick or bad angle, this isn't the first time she's been seen like this. So what's really going on there? Cynthia Revo was...
I feel like after she starred in the movie Harriet Tubman is when she started looking witchy and evil. And then, you know, Hollywood's so satanic. They'd rather have a gay black woman, because I heard she's gay, play Yahusha instead of a black man. They would never have a black man play Yahusha. It's like they don't want us to have any hints or clues. But as we can all see, nothing is stopping the awakening. It's prophesied. We're waking up.
That's just AI, right? That couldn't possibly be real. Well, are you sure? Are you sure if you don't run it through an AI detecting app or website that you won't find that it's 100% a true image? But not just that one. Have you seen this picture? I wonder what would happen if I run this one through an AI detecting app. Oh, a 1% chance of it being AI, and a 99% chance of a true image. But how could that be? There were never beings that existed that were that big. Well, have you ever taken a look at the Teton Mountains? That's right, Teton. Sounds an awful lot like Titan. And if you know anything, you know they love to rub it right in our faces. And they would never just create simple fact checks to make people think, yeah, those are altered images, you don't need to worry about it. Just like they would never do that for some other things either. I researched a fact check to see if the Easter Bunny was real, and there was no fact check. Why would they waste their time on something as ridiculous as a firmament or giants? Ask yourself that. But of course, all this is for entertainment purposes. I know that there have never, ever, ever been larger than normal beings that existed. Nah, a normal-sized human definitely swung that, and definitely swung that. That is an AI, remember? Maybe there's an agenda out there to get you to not believe in something that might have the last truth left in it. Or maybe I'm just a crazy person and this has been for entertainment purposes only. That's just AI, right? That couldn't possibly be real. Well.
So what do you guys think about this? Do you think it's AI? You know, I've been researching the giants since before I knew anything about AI. And the book of Enoch is pretty clear, as well as Genesis, that there were giants in the earth. So the Bible, as well as historical archaeology, pretty much backs up the fact that the Bible is true, you know, and that it's factual when it talks about the giants walking the earth, because they are in fact digging up the bones of the giants, as well as weapons and, you know, things that they used. Very interesting topic. If it's something that you think you want to research, I recommend the Book of Enoch.
Wait, why are these biblical prophecies coming true? This is kind of scary.
Things happening at the Euphrates River. It's one of the longest rivers in the world, and it's located in the Middle East. But lately, it's been drying up. And in 2020, they started finding ancient caves that revealed themselves while the river was drying up. The caves and structures had been there all this time, and no one knew about them. It was pokey as fire. Now, this is the scary part. The river drying up is actually in the Bible. In the book of Revelations, chapter 9:14 through 9:15, it says, release the 4 angels who are bound at the great river of Euphrates. It then goes to say that the angels will be released to kill 1/3 of mankind. That's around 2.6 billion people. Now, people have recorded and heard screams coming from the ground before.
Screaming angels?
So were these caves and structures actually prisons for the angels? Now that the river is finally drying up, have they finally been released?
Lately, a lot of people are talking about the river of Euphrates drying up and wondering what that means. Well, Revelation 16 says the 6th angel poured out his vial upon the great river of Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And we know that this is prophecy, and that Yah is allowing the restraints to be lifted so that the hidden powers can move and prophecy can unfold. The stories about bound angels remind us that there are spiritual forces waiting for their appointed time, and the drying of the river is a sign that time is drawing near.
Starting to notice way too many connections with Babylon in America. Way too many connections. So the Bible doesn't give us too much detail about, what took place in the very first Babylon. But in the book of Jasher, chapter 9, verse 29, I got some more detail as to what took place in the city of Babylon. But in this video, I want to talk about Jasher chapter 9, verse 29. Jasher chapter 9:29 says that when the Tower of Babel got really high, the Babylonians started shooting arrows at the firmament. It says that they shot the arrows up at the firmament, and then Yahuwah had threw the arrows back at the Babylonians with blood on the arrows, making the Babylonians believe that they had slain everyone in heaven. But this is what makes America Mystery Babylon. Ever since Warner von Braun, they have been shooting up rocket ships up to outer space. Ever since Warner von Braun had created NASA, they have been shooting these up to outer space. Now tell me, what do these look like? What do these look like? You can't tell me they don't look like these right here, man. You can't tell me that those rocket ships don't look like these right here, man. Now this is Warner von Braun's tombstone, the creator of NASA. This man don't have nothing on his tombstone except Psalms 19:1. I wonder what that says. The heavens declare the glory of Yahuwah, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Warner von Braun said, I'm going to take this one to the grave. Shalom.
Yeah, many people are beginning to realize that the spirit of Mystery Babylon is alive in the world today. Revelation 17:18 describes a powerful system, rich, proud, full of luxury and corruption, that deceives the nations. When we look around, we see those same patterns here: greed, idolatry, injustice, and a culture that calls evil good and good evil. Whether talking about America or any other empire, the message is the same. Every nation that exalts itself above righteousness will fall. The collapse we're watching isn't only political or economic, it's spiritual. Yah is allowing the false systems to shake so that his people will wake up and come out of them. Revelations 18:4 says, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
I believe the United States isn't just a superpower. It's the mystery Babylon warned about in Revelation. But is that just a conspiracy or a prophecy unfolding? The Bible describes Babylon as a powerful, rich city ruling over the kings of the earth. a nation full of immorality, witchcraft, and blasphemy, a place that sits on many waters, symbolizing influence over many nations. Now consider America. It exports culture, entertainment, and military across the globe. It leads in wealth, power, and media, but also in moral decay. It's home to churches, yet full of spiritual confusion. Come out of her, my people, so you will not share in her sins.
Do you believe that aliens are coming here, bro?
I believe that the aliens are coming here.
You ain't been seeing it? They say they got like this 12-mile long spaceship that's on its way to Earth as we speak right now.
That's crazy.
I swear, bro.
What's so crazy though, but hey, I don't know how spiritual y'all are. You go to the book of Enoch. That's when they start talking. I don't know.
We can talk about, no, we can talk about whatever, but most folks have not read the book of Enoch. So go on.
You know what I'm saying? So that's when they start speaking about the demons and spiritual beings and the aliens and whatnot that was cast upon earth. So if that's what's on the way, then it's written in the word that they try to hide from us. Like they try to hide everything. Excuse me, like they try to hide everything else from us. You know what I'm saying?
He finna go viral, y'all.
So, be on the lookout. So if that's coming, hey, one thing I say, you better be praying to somebody, baby.
Nah, real talk.
What do you believe UAPs could be or are?
Strong evidence that they are non-human, higher intelligence.
I echo my colleague's comments, sir.
Genuinely do not know.
Don't know, but we must find out. Okay, thank you. I appreciate those answers.
The year everything started to shift. You did not leave the year 2019. You just shifted into another timeline. Did things start feeling off around 2019? Not all at once. Not like a movie plot twist. More like a hallway light, flickering. Slow, unsteady. At first, it was little things. A favorite coffee shop closing unexpectedly. Friends drifting without reason. Conversations that didn't go where they used to. You didn't panic. You adapted. Because that's what we do. Adjust to the noise. But over time, the noise got louder. Not wrong enough to scream. Just wrong enough to wonder. When did the world stop making sense? Why do I feel like I'm not where I should be?
Thank you all for watching and walking with me through these messages. There's so much happening in the world right now, and this is a time for us to be vigilant, stay prayed up, and keep our eyes fixed on Yahuwah. Matthew 24:13 says, "He that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved." That's our focus, enduring in faith no matter what unfolds. I have one more video lined up regarding the government shutdown. I want you all to leave a comment and tell me what you think about how it fits into prophecy. Thank you all for listening, and may the Most High Baruch all deserving. And until my next video, Shalom.
Y'all do know there can't be no dark winter without a government shutdown. Now, let's talk about it. So how long do y'all think this shutdown is going to last? Here, let me ask you this. How long do you think people are going to continue working for free? And you have to remember, there can't be a great reset without a government shutdown. Now, just because they're government employees don't mean that they're not living check to check. Though they might be making more money than the average American citizen, this means that they usually have more expensive cars, more expensive houses, more expensive habits, which means that when their checks aren't coming in, we're going to see a lot of people. And that's not even the worst part. See, there's going to come a time when those type of people run out of money and they're going to have to swallow their pride and go to the government for help. And you know that whenever you want to get food stamps, they go back the last 6 months to see how much you made. If you made more than they think you should have in the last 6 months, no food for you. You want Medicaid? You make more than $500 a month? No health care for you. Can this be the end game? Their ultimate plan to grab control of everyone out of the chaos that will ensue? I swear, I think it was somewhere on TikTok where some people were telling y'all this were coming. What y'all call them? Oh, that's right. Conspiracy theorists. Now, I pray that 800,000 federal employees don't lose their jobs. But if they do, I need y'all to understand that they don't have those type of jobs out here in the civilian world. And you're definitely not going to make that kind of money. But don't worry. They're going to have a place for those of you who swallowed your pride and couldn't get food stamps to help feed your family. You swallowed your pride and couldn't get Medicare to help give health care to your kids. They're going to have a place for you. Why? Because those of you who this end up happening to used to be in the military, which means that you're going to follow orders. And whenever your family is hurt, you're going to be willing to do anything to make sure that they're taken care of. So helping them finish up their agenda, well, even though you might not want to or have wanted to, let me show you what the Hunger Games will do to you. And TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. I told you, it's all scripted. I wrote it down. I'm trying to be a great producer like Spielberg, just better.